Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have quite a bit I've accumulated over the last week to show off. Pickups from a thrift store, some from McKay's Used Books, Second and Charles, and then some Amazon, some Best Buy. Got some Ronin Flicks sale I got, and one Target. So I'm going to start with the DVDs first, and then we'll go to Blu-rays, and then there's one CD that just came in the mail today, which I'm excited about. So let's do the thrift store first. I got 5 DVDs here. 2 of them are from my childhood. So we have A Simple Wish here with Martin Short, Mara Wilson, and Kathleen Turner. This is from 1998, or 97, 98. An hour and a half. I just remember enjoying this film for what it was. It's also got Amanda Plummer and Francis Capra in it. I remember enjoying it. I liked Mara Wilson quite a bit growing up. It's on one of those little mini snappers. And there's no artwork on the disc. It's just a simple disc. Next up, we have a 20th Century Fox family feature from 1995, starring Jason Alexander, Faye Dunaway, Rupert Everett, and Paul Rubens, aka Pee Wee Herman. That is Dunstan Checks In. I remember enjoying this as a kid. Don't know if I'll enjoy it now, but we will see. And then the next 3 titles are all Alfred Hitchcock films that I didn't have in the collection. So we have, from 1956, we have The Wrong Man with Henry Fonda and Vera Miles. Anthony Quayle also stars. Next up we have I Confess with Carl Malden, Montgomery Clift, Ann Baxter, and a bunch of other people I don't recognize. So we have that, and then I know this just got a Blu-ray from Warner Archive, but I picked up the DVD for now. So I got Stage Fright from 1950. And I think all these have like the same picture as the cover art, so Stage Fright is that. And yeah, so those are my 5 pickups from the thrift store. Let's do Hamilton book. They just did a recent drop, and I only got 1 title, and it was a DVD of all things. I didn't see any Blu-rays that I desperately needed right then and there. So this one doesn't have a real DVD or Blu-ray. This is a burn-on-demand DVD. I know a lot of people grew up with this as a kid. I vaguely remember it, but I don't think I ever actually watched the whole thing. This is from 1988. And it's a film called Purple People Eater with Ned Beatty, Shelley Winters, Neil Patrick Harris, Thora Birch, Dustin Diamond, and Peggy Lipton. So, and Little Richard is in here as well. He plays the mayor, which is really strange. Chubby Checker is also in here as well. So, I really need to give this a watch. I know this is probably I wouldn't say it's a crappy VHS rip, but it probably is not the best. But I had to have it in the collection because I've always been wanting to watch it. Okay, so I've been trying to find this TV series for a while, the whole set, and unfortunately it is out of print and it goes for stupid money. Like, we're talking hundreds of dollars, not just 100, hundreds of dollars. I found all 3 seasons of this show at McKay's. Granted, they were about $35 a piece, but I'd rather pay that than hundreds of dollars. So, not sure if you guys remember this show or not. I remember it growing up as a kid. This was on, I believe, Fox with like The Simpsons and King of the Hill. So I found all 3 seasons of the PJs. on DVD. So glad to finally have this in the collection. So we have season 1. Of course, you have Eddie Murphy, and then you have Loretta Devine, plays his wife, and Cassie Davis. I think she played the grandma, or his mother. I think that's the voice of his mother. So we have season 1, season 2, which is, I think it's the same voice talents. I don't know why this, all these say 2011 on them, but they're not. They're from, I want to say, the early 2000s. And then we have season 3. Glad to have those in the collection. Alright, let's go on to, let's go do the CD first, even though I'll put it on the top anyways. So this, I got this pre-order. Of course the case is cracked because they sent it in the mailer. Of course they did. Why would they put it in any kind of box or anything? So I know this was announced a while back on Record Store Day on vinyl. I didn't pick it up, but they released it on CD and I pre-ordered it as soon as I saw it. This is one of the best bands from Boston. You guys probably know who it is. This is their original demo album from 1971, and this is Aerosmith's The Road Starts Here. See a nice little crack on the case, but I can change that, it's not a big deal. This has eight songs on it. Most of them are from the first album, the self-titled album from '73. So you have an introduction, which I've never heard, Somebody, which is from the first album, Reeferhead Woman, Walking the Dog, Moving Out, Major Barbara, everybody's favorite, Dream On, and then Mama Kin as well. So glad to have this in the collection. Classic lineup, you know, Steven Tyler, Joe Perry, Brad Whitford, Tom Hamilton, and Joey Kramer. So glad to have this in the collection now. Alright, so these DVDs are done. Blu-rays, I think I'll start with Second and Charles. So I just got back from there not too long ago. Picked up 5 titles. Technically no horror, but one's a comedy horror, so let's say that for last. So we got, I got this for $2.50. This one's We're Back, A Dinosaur Story. I remember seeing this when it came out in 1993. I don't think I've seen it since, to be honest with you, but I think I remember enjoying it for what it was. This is obviously produced by Steven Spielberg. I remember the music being really good because it's Thomas Dolby and James Horner. Pretty cool. So yeah, dinosaurs. Who doesn't love dinosaurs? This one I have seen before on TV back in the what is this from? 2008. 2008. I really like Anna Faris. This movie I've only seen like a handful of times. Not all the way through though when it was on TV. So I picked up The House Bunny. It's got Colin Hanks, Emma Stone. This is a Happy Madison production, which of course Adam Sandler produced this movie. I don't think he's in it though. I don't believe he is, but we got The House Bunny. We got 2 music Blu-rays here. This one's more of a documentary than actually music itself, from my understanding. But I had to pick it up because it's Dave Grohl related. Picked up Sound City. It's got a boatload of special guests in here. Neil Young, Tom Petty, Stevie Nicks, Trent Reznor, Rick Rubin, Mick Fleetwood, Lars Ulrich, John Fogerty, Jim Keltner, Rick Springfield, Josh Homme, Frank Black, Pat Smear, Barry Manilow, Lindsey Buckingham, Lee Ving, Chris Novoselic, and Paul McCartney. So glad to have this in the collection. This was directed by Dave Grohl, story by Dave Grohl. So can't wait to check that out. This one is out of print and it goes for like ridiculously stupid money online. If it was still factory sealed, it would be about $150 to $200, but I didn't get it still factory sealed. I'm not really a huge fan of the band now. I do enjoy some of their like 80s stuff, maybe some of the 90s as well. But this is U2's Rattle and Hum on Blu-ray. Got it for like $12. Yeah, it goes for a little bit online, so I remember watching this a long time ago, but it's just a live show from 1988 with their Rattle and Hum Joshua Tree tour. But you got a boatload of songs on here from the 80s that everyone pretty much knows if you followed them in the 80s. So if you guys can read the track listing there, it is rather small, but it's right there. And then the last one is a steelbook. I have this movie already, but when I saw this, I had to grab it. It is one of my favorite Mel Brooks movies of all time. And that is, of course, Young Frankenstein. I had to get the steelbook. I really like that artwork. And then the back, too, is just pretty good. And then, of course, in the inside, you get the brain on the disc. And then pop this out. Then, of course, you have Gene Wilder and what the hell is his name? Forget his name. Peter Boyle. Peter Boyle there on the back. So, if you guys don't know, if you guys have never seen Young Frankenstein, I highly recommend you watch it. All right, so we're on the topic of steelbooks. You guys probably already saw it. I picked this up anyway. I posted it on Instagram on Tuesday. Got Scream, the steelbook. I had to return mine that came in the mail because it was just not pretty. It was a loose disc inside. There were multiple dings and a scratch on the front cover. I was like, I'm not having this. So glad they didn't put these out at the store. I went to the store, they didn't put any of the new releases out yet, and I'm like, it's like you're closing within the hour and you didn't put anything out. That's awesome, guys. So glad to have this in the collection now. Target, when I picked my brother up Toy Story 4 because he wanted the 4K Target special edition. Picked this up too because it was only, I think it was on sale for like 14, usually 20 or 15, usually 25. Picked up Ron's Gone Wrong. I heard pretty good reviews on this one, so I figured I'd pick it up. Give that a nice watch. And my phone just flipped over, my bad. We have some Amazon pickups here, 3 titles. 2 upgrades and then 1 new to the collection. So the one that's new to the collection is a film from 1998. Great cast here. You got the director, and he's in the movie too, Vincent Gallo, Christina Ricci, Rosanna Arquette, Jan Michael Vincent, Mickey Warwick, and Angelica Houston. And that is a movie called Buffalo 66 with this nice little shiny slipcover. And of course you get the back too, nice and shiny. Never seen it, but I read reviews on it and I heard it was pretty good. So I picked it up. These 2 upgrades here. I had to upgrade this because this movie is pretty cheesy but fun. So I got Over the Top with Stallone, 1987. Of course, it's a Canon film. Robert Loggia, Susan Blakely, and David Mendenhall are also in this. So glad to have more Stallone in the collection. And then this one is another live concert from 1984. Love this band, love the show. Glad to have it in Blu-ray now. I think this is an on-demand disc though, but that's fine. Talking Heads stopped making sense. Probably one of my favorite bands of all time. Now I know they don't get along now because David Byrne is just well, he's up there, I'll tell you that. His head's up his ass, but still a good musician overall. But yeah, of course you get all the good songs on here. You get Psycho Killer, Burning Down the House, Life During Wartime, my favorite song by them. This Must Be the Place, Once in a Lifetime, Girlfriend is Better, Take Me to the River. You know, all the good stuff. Well, not all the good stuff, because they had that stuff that came out after this show, but glad to have that in the collection now. And then lastly is my Run and Flicks pickups. So I got one. There's a three movie comedy set they had, and then one I just picked up because I had the other two films that are named under the same, but they're not related at all. So this one's Curse 3 Blood Sacrifice with Christopher Lee. I have not seen this one. I've actually only seen the first film. I didn't watch the second one yet either, but the first one I enjoyed. I'm not sure if I'll enjoy this one as much. But this has nothing to do with the first film. So, Curse 3 Blood Sacrifice. This is a Scorpion releasing MGM release. And then here are the three, well, they're comedies, but there's also one that's like a horror comedy. But the first one here is The Heavenly Kid. This is from 1985, PG-13. This is 91 minutes. Richard Mulligan and Jane Kaczmarek are in here. I love Jane Kaczmarek. She is hilarious. Never seen it before, so I'll give this a watch here pretty soon. Next up is I guess a late 90s horror comedy called Modern Vampires with Casper Van Dien, Kim Cattrall, Natasha Lyonne, Craig Ferguson, Udo Kier, and Rod Steiger. Great cast. Can't wait to give that a watch. And then, yeah, of course, I told you guys I watched the movie and I didn't like it this time around, but I picked up the Blu-ray anyway. It was part of the deal. It was a better deal. 3 movies for $40. It was like buy 2 get 1. I got Clifford. Had to. I know I didn't like it this time around, but you know, maybe I'll watch it one more time. Maybe I wasn't in the mindset, but I don't know. It's just like this grown-ass man is supposed to be like a, 11-year-old? I think he's like 11-year-old, but yeah. Anyway, we got Clifford. Alright guys, that's everything for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you've seen any of these, if you have any memories with them, and what you think of these movies. If you want to check them out, let me know. Here are my Blu-rays and my DVDs and my lone CD here. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.